Hey, what's up? Today we're going to be talking about the 7 businesses that you can start with no money in 2020. It's an absolutely amazing time for entrepreneurs. What's possible today wasn't really even possible 10 to 15, 20 years ago. And even 5 years ago, some of the things weren't even possible. Many of the businesses we'll be discussing today will allow you the freedom to work from anywhere in the world. You can actually start a business with no money, and to show you exactly what's possible, I've decided that I'm going to start up a business that I used to do. Now, I used to do this business a while ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and since then I found more lucrative things to do. But if you actually have no money and you're looking to escape the 9 to 5 rat race, and you're just looking to create, or maybe you're just looking to create a side hustle for yourself, this is a great business model to get started with. And you can even make a full-time income from it. You can make a part-time, full-time, or you can even use it and leverage it to scale to other businesses that you want to move on to. So let's kick off the video with the first one today, and that's called, but before we get into the video, I want to show you exactly what the current cost is to start a small business in 2020. It's getting easier and easier to start a business with no money or out-of-pocket expenses. Now, today's video, I'm basing the startup cost on the understanding that you probably already own these 3 things. And that would be a cell phone, internet connection, and a laptop or a desktop. Either one of those will suffice. If you don't have, a internet connection, you can easily go down to Starbucks and use their internet connection, or some other place to use their internet connection, and get started with these business models. You don't need a business plan to get started, and as soon as you hop off this video, you could easily start any one of these 7 businesses with no money down. Now, there are literally tons of businesses that you can start with no money down, but these are just the 7 that I've picked out for you today to start in 2020. All I ask for in return is that you smash that like button, not a thumbs down, thumbs up. Smash that like button. Also, I do want to let you know that if you decide to check out any of these business models and pursue any of them, in the description below, that I am possibly an affiliate for one of these business models that you're going to think about pursuing. And if you click on that link, then I will get a commission at no cost, additional cost to you. So I just wanted to make that disclosure. So let's get into it and talk about the 7 business models that you can start in 2020 with no money. And it is a reseller. Reseller is one of the best ways to get started in making a consistent, recurring income for yourself that allows you to escape the 9 to 5 rat race, or just use it as a part-time hustle to build on the income that you're already making with the current job. On eBay, you can actually list 100 items for free currently. It is said that the average person already has over $5,000 worth of items that they could list on eBay that they're not currently using in their household. Currently, the best-selling items on eBay are electronics, with a whopping 16.4% of all items being sold on eBay are electronic. Following up that at a close second at 16% is clothing, name brand clothing, other clothing brands. And a lot of us have a lot of items in our house that are clothing that we're not using, or we don't use or we don't wear on a daily basis. And you could go in your closet and just start taking out everything that you don't wear on a daily basis, that you don't wear regularly, and just list that on eBay to get your start and start making some money today. Once you start bringing in the cash, you can start leveraging that money to buy other products and resell those products. You can find new inventory at local garage sales, Goodwills, estate sales, even auction sites, even on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Any one of these items, any one of these places will do for finding new items for you to flip and make a consistent recurring income for yourself. You can even go to local retailers like Target, Macy's, and Kaufman's and buy products there and flip them on eBay or Amazon. I myself have sold tens of thousands of dollars on eBay over the years. Although I don't currently do it anymore, I'm actually going to walk you through step by step on how I would start up a new eBay business store and leverage that money that I'm bringing in from products that I'm finding in my house, or products that I'm buying from other retailers, or products that I'm buying from estate sales or auctions. And I'm going to show you exactly how I would do it. So if this is something that you want to learn more about, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications so you get notified when I release my new videos. Just to show you some of the stuff I've sold in the past, here's a flashback into some of the products. So you know that I know that I know. So you know that I know what I'm talking about. I've sold everything from baby mattresses to diesel generator that I bought one week at an auction site for $3,750, and the next week I sold it for $7,000. Actually, I bought 2 trucks one time on a auction site that I found. There was 2 Chevy, old style 56, 57 Chevy flatbed trucks that I found on a site on the internet. I paid $1,000 a piece for them. Going to rebuild them and drive them around town and turn them into rat rods. I never actually went and picked them up. They were sitting in another state, and I told the gentleman that it would be some time before I got someone to come and pick them up. So later on down the line, a couple months later, I decided that I was just going to flip them, and so I ended up selling them to a gentleman down in New Orleans, somewhere around there, somewhere down south, and I put them up on eBay. I sold them for $7,500, and I turned a $2,000 purchase into a $5,500 profit, and for literally less than probably 4 hours worth of work, I made $5,500 because I never actually went and picked the trucks up. I just actually took photos of the trucks and then put those photos up on the eBay listing. Now for number 2 on the list of 7 business ideas to start with no money in 2020. Digital marketing agency, but not just any digital marketing agency. We're going to be focusing on Facebook marketing agency. Why? Because you could choose to focus on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or any other social media and start a marketing agency. But a Facebook marketing agency allows you to pixel target customers based on their age, other things like the pages that they like, the Facebook groups that they belong to, their income, all of these things, their magazines that they like. Now, this is a relatively new, hot business trend, started in the past 4 or 5 years, and you could easily figure out how to do this if you went out and watched some YouTube videos on the net. You can find a lot of videos on how to do Facebook ads for other businesses, local professionals. You see, all the businesses out there and professionals need customers. It's their livelihood. It's how they survive. And so with the competition increasing and the old platforms how to advertise are no longer relevant, like television, newspaper, magazines, radio commercials, all of this stuff costs way too much money. And you don't even know if you're attracting the right. There are over 2.45 billion users on the Facebook platform alone. And like I said, you can now target those customers based on their interests. Find the ideal customers that fit the product or service that you're advertising. There's currently a massive opportunity for anyone that wants to start up their own digital marketing agency. There are millions of local businesses and people and professionals that are looking for people to help them with marketing their business. They know that they need to be on these social media platforms. They know that they need to do Facebook advertising because the old platforms are dying. And so this is something that you can help them out with. They don't have time to learn this new skill. They're working on their business. They're working on, in their business every day in the trenches. They don't have time to learn this new skill and focus on their time in advertising for their business, which they know that they should be doing, but they just don't have the time to do it. Now, there are really 2 types of digital marketing agencies that you can start. The first one being a business model. The first one being a business model that is calculated in the percentage that the person pays for you to advertise for them. So say, for instance, that they were paying you $5,000 a month in advertising money, and you decided that you were going to take a 25% of that ad spend every month. So that would be a $1,250 income for yourself on top of the $5,000 that they're specifically giving you to advertise for their business. And so you get to set what the percentage of income is based on how much they're going to spend. Obviously, there's going to be a price war between people and other digital marketing agencies possibly. And so, the person who has, often there's only 2 ways to really compete. And that's the person who provides more value, or the perverse person that actually decreases their percentage that they take. And that's not always the best way to go about it, because then you're stabbing yourself in the foot per se, because then you're going to be doing all this work for an income that you're not really, happy with. And so I don't really advise competing on price wars. I advise competing by adding more value, what you're going to bring to the table that your other competitors aren't going to be bringing. And so that's how you can get even more percentage and not compete on the price wars. So that's just my advice on that part. Now, the second business model is just a flat rate. Now, in this case, say for instance that you're going to just run a picture advertising Facebook ad for the customer with some copy and a button for them to click that goes over to their website so you can track them. Because you're going to have a Facebook pixel. I don't want to get into all the tech part of it, but you're going to have a tracking link that's going to be on their website, and you're going to be able to track all the people that have come over to their website as a result of them clicking on the Facebook ad. And so you can have different variations on how much it costs to run Facebook ads. Like if you're going to do a video ad, it's going to cost $2,500. If you're going to just do a Facebook basic ad where it's just a picture and some copy, that's going to be $1,000 a month, and then they're going to have to pay you on top of that for the ad spend, however much they want to spend on the money. And this is the business model that I personally recommend, because then you can change the rate, so based on what kind of advertising they're going to do, because video is going to take a little more effort. You might have to go out to the business and shoot some video of everything that's going on in the business, and then take that or maybe they already have the video for you, and you don't have to worry about that. But you can kind of structure the business model based on what kind of video ads or what kind of ads, Facebook ads, you're going to be running for the business. Here's a tip for you. Instead of just focusing on all kinds of businesses like restaurants, chiropractors, dentists, to actually focus on one particular niche. And what do I mean by that is, like, say for instance that you're going to run Facebook ads for restaurants, then I would just specifically run Facebook ads for restaurants, because then once you get results for that restaurant, then you can leverage those results for other for testimonials of what you've done for that person, and you can leverage those results and go out and get other restaurants to sign up. And once you can show how you've increased that other restaurant's business, then you can leverage that to the other restaurants, and it's a win-win for you. Because then you can also create kind of like a template for yourself based on the copy that worked for them, because you're going to be testing out different Facebook ads, and you're going to be able to see what's working and what's not working, and you can show the new customer that you're trying to get on board what worked in this business model. Don't show them specifically the copy, because then you're just going to give away. I mean, I guess you could show them specifically the copy, but that's really up to you. But if you just stick to one niche and focus on that niche, whether it be restaurants or chiropractors or dentists or whatever, then you can just kind of create a template and show your customers what the other results were for the other business. And this is a great opportunity for you to create a niche business for yourself as the go-to person for restaurant Facebook ads. And I highly advise niching down. And it could be, you could do Facebook ads for a lot of different professionals and retail businesses out there. Today there are currently 30.2 million businesses, small businesses out there that need run ads for their business, because they know right now that it's cutthroat and the competition is just increasing. And so you can target any one of these, 30 million businesses. So if you're thinking that this is oversaturated and you can't start one of these up, you're wrong, because we're just getting in the beginning of it, and you can easily get started into starting up your own Facebook digital ad agency. Now, like I said, you can just go out there and find some videos on YouTube on how to do it and kind of piece all of that stuff together, or you could actually go out there and purchase a course from someone. And two of the people that I highly recommend checking out, now I don't own the second person one, Kevin David's, but I do own Billy Jean's, and I did go through the course. I just decided that it wasn't the right business model for me to pursue, and that I preferred to focus on, which I believe is number 3 on the list. Coming up next is the business model that I'm focusing on to build a business and brand for myself. But the two people that I highly recommend checking out are Billy Jean and Kevin David. I have gone through Billy Jean's Facebook advertising for businesses, and it's a very detailed course. And I highly recommend recommend checking that out. I do not have a link to either one of them. You'll just have to go and check them out. I will put their names in the description down below so you can go over and find out more about their courses. The other thing is that if you don't have the money to purchase the course, and this is a business model that you would like to pursue for yourself, to create a business around, then I would highly recommend checking out number one, again, is reseller, and finding the products that you have in your house that you're not currently using, and cashing in on those and taking that money and leveraging it to start this business model for yourself. So that was number 2 on the 7 businesses to start with no money in 2020. Now for number 3, which is actually one of my personal favorites, coming up next. Okay, now taking the number 3 spot on the billboard for the top 7 business ideas with no money in 2020 is affiliate marketing. Now this is personally one of my favorite ones, and this is the one that I actually focus on, and it's changing the lives of many people all around the world. And a lot of people don't realize it, but they're already an affiliate marketer. Let me ask you a question. Has there ever been a time in your life where someone's asked you, like, where you bought that car, or where you bought those jeans, or where you bought that hat or that purse or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, I bought it here, such and such, and the next week they went out and they bought that product, that car or whatever? Well, you could have gotten paid, and that's essentially what affiliate marketing is. Everybody is already an affiliate marketer. You just have to learn how to do affiliate marketing the right way. Just about all the major brands out there have an affiliate marketing plan, whether it be Tesla, Best Buy, Walmart, Target. A lot of these platforms all have an affiliate marketing plan, and Amazon being number 1 of the affiliate marketing plans out there. That's how they've built their entire business on the affiliate marketing plan that they have. They were one of the first businesses, if not the first business, to start affiliate marketing in 1994. They started affiliate marketing. Now, how does it work, really? Well, there's platforms out there like eBay and Best Buy and all these other places that have affiliate marketing plans, and it's free to sign up for them. And all you do is you go out there and promote their products. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And if that's something you want to learn more about, then be sure to check out the description below, where you can watch a free training video on how you can learn more about that. But let's talk a little bit more about it. There's several ways you can approach affiliate marketing. You can focus on just lower ticket items where, you'll be finding on the Amazon platform, which are typically like 0 to 10% commission rates. And you'll earn a commission on every time that someone purchases that product. Or you can focus on high ticket affiliate marketing, which is what I prefer to focus on, because you're only going to earn, that small percentage on those Amazon affiliate products. But where they do make up for in their small percentage is in the high volume, versus a high ticket offer. You're not going to sell as many, maybe in the beginning, but as you grow as a business and brand, you'll sell a lot more, and the commission rate payout is much higher. Sometimes the average commission rate payout is around 50%, but it can be as much as 100%, just depending on the product or service. And so that's what I prefer to focus on. It's one of the fastest ways to build a 6-figure business for yourself, in my opinion. Let's say, for instance, you're selling a $1,000 product, a digital course or whatever, on how to create this kind of lifestyle for yourself, how to fire your boss and escape the 9-to-5 rat race. And you were going to earn a 50% commission. And this course had everything that person needed to make that business for themselves and create this lifestyle for themselves. Set them up with the right mindset, taught them, the step-by-step plan on how to do this, what they should be focusing on. And you're going to earn a 50% commission. And now if you sell a $1,000 course and you earn a 50% commission, that's a $500 sale for you. And in order to create a 6-figure income for yourself, it's not going to take that many people. Matter of fact, it's only going to take you 200 customers. That means 200 sales a year in order to build a 6-figure income. Or if you want to, the ideal thing is to focus on the monthly and daily. So 200 divided by 12 is actually 16 people per month that need to buy this course on how they can escape the 9-to-5 rat race. Now, do you think quite a few people would want to know on how they can escape the 9-to-5 rat race, build a business and brand for themselves utilizing affiliate marketing? Did you also know that a lot of major players out there like Oprah and other stars like that are affiliate marketers, and they get paid a commission on the products. There's even affiliate products on the news channels that you guys are watching. Every time that someone buys a product off of that news channel makes a commission. Okay, so now for business idea number 4. Now, this one is the one that I've personally done myself, and I still actually do, and that is to be a Airbnb host. Now, there are several ways that you can approach this. The first one being that you're just going to rent out your entire place, or the second one being you're going to rent out a bedroom in your home. Or there's actually a third option where you actually find a rental property that is around you or even in another state. It would be easier if it was around you, but you could actually do it in another state too. This is going to allow you to invest as little money as possible. You won't have to worry about putting the down payment on a house. And this is called rental arbitrage. Now, this is huge right now for Airbnb hosts. It's a great opportunity because traditionally rental property will require you to put a 20% down payment down. And on the average home, let's say it was at $150,000, that's going to require you to put $30,000 down on the home. And then you're going to have to furnish it on top of that in order to create this Airbnb host for yourself rental property. And we're going to go a little bit more into that in detail in just a few minutes. But basically what rental arbitrage is that you find a rental property in your area, preferably one that's already furnished, so you don't have to furnish it, but there are ways to furnish it cheaply. And you can get in and set up your rental property for close to maybe $6,000 or $7,000, and including your first couple months rent, and get up and running without having to drop 30 grand as a down payment on a property. Now you want to go into your rental property agreement with the understanding of the owner of the property that you're going to be renting this out, but you are not going to be subleasing it. You're actually going to be renting the property out, Airbnb, and it's actually better for them because as an Airbnb host, you actually get reviewed when someone comes to stay with you, and you get to review the person that's staying at the property. And so there's some two-way communication versus people that come into your rental property and just stay there for an entire year and sign an agreement. You don't have any. You don't get to see what they're doing. I mean, you don't actually get to see what they're doing when they're renting the property either. But as an Airbnb vacationer or Airbnb host, you get that communication, the reviews of the person that's staying there. Once that person leaves, then you get to review them. And so it's a much better way than over the traditional property. And I've actually made a higher return on my investment as a Airbnb host than I ever did as a traditional rental property. For example, in 1 month at my condo in West Akron, $120,000 condo that I rented my property out for several weeks. I rented it out for weekends. I rented it out for a month. And that 1 month on my traditional rental property, which cost me on average about $1,100 to $1,200 to maintain between the expenses of the mortgage, the insurance, and the utilities. It was about $1,200 a month in expenses. I brought in $2,800 plus in 1 month from one person running my Airbnb. She was doing her residency at a local hospital, and she was going to have access to 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, 2 baths. And it wasn't like $120,000. It wasn't like in a bad area, but it wasn't in top of the line area. And I was able to get $2,800 for that 1 month. I was able to also rent it out for a week at NEC, which is a golf tournament, for $1,000 to 4 guys. I was also able to rent it out during holidays. I was also able to rent it out during for weddings. People come in town for weddings. People come in town for funerals. I didn't really think about like all these things that people would actually come in town for and stay from. And initially, when I started to do the Airbnb hosting, I was renting the property for $149 just to get my initial reviews of my property. And then after that, I raised the price to $199 a night. And then if you stayed for a week, then you were discounted from what would be $1,400 to, I believe it was $1,000 at the time. And so I made a substantial income for myself versus just what the going rate would be as far as rental in my neighborhood. You know, I probably only made at maximum maybe make $100 in profit and get my condo paid down by the person renting it on a regular basis. But I didn't have the insurance of all these people, being able to check the reviews of that person. And a lot of times the renters that I had in my traditional rental properties just didn't care about the place and just didn't take pride in ownership. I mean, obviously they didn't own the property, but I would put all this love into fixing up the property, and they didn't appreciate it like I did. And so it really gave a bad taste in my mouth as far as traditional rental properties. Now, I'm not going to say that they were all like that. And then I had to worry about, chasing down rental income. And then eventually I had to put them all on direct debit, but because no one really wants to overdraw their account. But I was still chasing money sometimes, and it just became a big headache. And I really, really love the Airbnb platform, and I would highly recommend it for anyone that wants to be an Airbnb host. It's a great way to make an additional income stream for yourself. You can still depreciate the value of the property that you're living in off of that income. Get all those same additional tax write-offs. And rental, the rental arbitrage thing, I have not personally tried it myself, but I believe that would be a great business model, especially if you were able to get especially if you were able to get them furnished. But there's also some YouTube videos out there of people that are already doing this and creating a multiple 6-figure and even into the 7-figure income for themselves, just renting out properties and then renting them out Airbnb. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's been a great income for myself, and I've heard of great things of other people doing the rental arbitrage thing. Okay, so now we're inside of my computer, and as you can see, if you come over here to Airbnb and you just simply type in your city location, I, for example, am in Canton, Ohio, and so it'll pull up the the city and the state, and then you simply choose one, and you choose how many guests you can accommodate. Say for example, you can accommodate 3 guests, so you have maybe 1 queen size bed and a couch. That could qualify you as 3 guests, or you could have maybe one queen size bed and a blow up air mattress, and that could be for 4 guests. And then you can separate it by or choose specifically by shared room or private room or entire place, and these are the numbers, so that's what the average person could who listed their home or their entire place on Airbnb could earn up to on average $11,056 per month with 4 guests. And then it goes into detail as to why to host on Airbnb. You're backed by a $1 million property damage protection and another $1 million in insurance against accidents. And then you can list your space for free, decide how you want to host, choose your own schedule, prices, and requirements. You can use the automated system that will adjust the price based on accommodations and guests for demand, basically, in your area. So it will increase the price or lower the price based on demand. And you get to set the parameters for this based on your lowest, property rental income that you want to take. And then, it can go up as far as you want. And then it just takes you through the hosting program and the agreement. And just want to let you know that they have you covered. And everyone is required to use a government ID before booking. You can create your own house rules, and you get to read their reviews from the past trips, like I talked about earlier. You have the $1 million protection for property damage, the $1 million protection for liability, and 24/7 global support. And you get paid quickly. It actually goes in the night after, I believe. I think it's the night after, or the night of the night they check in, and they can send the PayPal or send the money directly through PayPal. But there have other methods too. And here, over here are the financials. You can see how much your property, how much the booking fees are, and the host service fee per booking is 3 to 5%. It's actually really, really, really reasonable, given how how much income you can make. So if you on a $700 property rental, you're going to pay $21, or up to $35. So as little as $21 and up to $35. So it's actually a really great opportunity for anyone that wants to get into this. And then you can make extra money for any services you provide, like cleaning, house cleaning, and anything else that you might want to add as a additional service in your listing. And so that's it. It's really that simple. You can easily come on over here, and I'll drop a link in the description down below where you can check out and calculate how much it is that you'll earn for your income on your first Airbnb host property. All right, and now we're going to go on to the next or business idea that to start with no money in 2020. Okay, so now for number 5 on the 7 business ideas with no money down in 2020, and that is going along with number 4, which was Airbnb host. This is Airbnb experience. This is Airbnb experience host. Now, what's an experience host? This is simply a person who has a skill level or just someone that wants to take people on a tour of their city. So say for instance that you like dance or kayaking or whitewater rafting, or you're a chef and a cook and you want to bring people into experience your dining and you want to teach a class on how to cook, or you are a potter and you want to help people experience on how to create ceramics. People love these kind of things, and I'm going to get into a minute on what the average experience host makes per month, but you could take people on bicycling tours, you could take people on the kayaking tour, you could take people and teach them dance classes, you could take people on a art tour of the city. The sky is the limit, really, and it's a great opportunity for you to earn additional income around your passion and interests. Maybe you're a photographer and you have other photographers that you're going to be hosting. Now you can do this separately, or you can do this combined with your Airbnb stay. And so this can bring an additional income into your income streams, and you could be doubling down on the people that are hosting and providing an experience for them as well. Maybe you have a photography room and you go out and shoot photos for the day and you take them around and you do nature photos. Maybe you take it even further and you hosting bird watchers. Maybe you have an area that you live in that has a bunch of birds, or maybe you have an area that you live in that has beautiful butterflies. There's people that collect butterflies. There's people that bird watchers, and you focus in on these niches that you're passionate about, and you create an experience for these guests. So now let me show you how much a Airbnb host can make. If you hop on over here to Airbnb again, you can go down here and scroll down on this webpage, and I'll drop a link in the description below where you can go over and check it out. But it gives a little brief description on food tour by bike, light photography at night, top tapas on a boat, or yoga with goats. Create a unique activity for people that want to try surfing. Watch, maybe you have an area where you can catch beautiful sunsets, and maybe you just want to. Maybe people are always looking for experiences when going to new places, and this is simply what you're doing. The average host actually makes around $920 a month based on a income screenshot that I found on the net from Darrell.com, and you can see that here. So be sure to check out Airbnb hosting in the description below if that's something you're interested in pursuing. It's if something you have a skill in or something you're passionate about that you'd like for others to experience. Now going on to number 6. This is absolutely one of my personal favorites. It's actually something that you're probably watching right now, and it's YouTuber. This is a good way for you to make additional income for yourself, and there's actually 5 different ways for you to make a income from YouTube. Be sure to check out my video here in the link above if you want to learn more about the 5 different ways to make money from YouTube. But we're not going to be going into that today. I'm just simply letting you know this is number 6 of the 7 business ideas to start with no money in 2020, and it's actually a no-brainer for anyone that has a passion or interest. This is another opportunity for you to create additional income for yourself, even if you're just someone who likes to entertain people, or if you're an artist and you want to create a YouTube channel around pottery, or if you're just into gaming, you can create an income for yourself from YouTube alone. This one also goes hand in hand with affiliate marketing and is a good opportunity for you to make additional income. As a YouTuber, you're able to capitalize on the digital real estate and the compounding effect. As a YouTuber, you're able to capitalize on digital real estate and the compounding effect, and you can make quite an income for yourself, 6 figures alone, just from YouTube alone. But I don't want to make any income claims in this video. I'm just letting you know what's possible for you. And you can create a substantial income for yourself. If you make one video, that video can be viewed over and over again for years to come. And if that video is, doing really well, then you have other videos on your channel that are doing really well. Then you continue to make videos, and over time, these videos will continue to generate money for you from just the AdSense. In fact, there are some YouTubers that are making 6 figures a month alone just from the YouTube AdSense. That's not from the additional income sources that they have as a result of building their YouTube channel. Okay, so now for business idea number 7. This is a person that already has a skill level, but doesn't want to work the 9-to-5 rat race. They would prefer to work for themselves. They have certain skill levels. Maybe you're a software developer, or maybe you create YouTube thumbnails, or maybe you can edit videos, or maybe you have other skills like SEO, maybe you're good at writing, and so you could write blog articles for someone else. And this person is a freelancer, and you can be a freelancer in a lot of different things: web design, content writing, graphic design, YouTube thumbnails, Pinterest graphics, you name it. Let me show you a few examples over here, sites that I recommend that you check out if you want to become a freelancer, or if you already have a skill that you'd like to offer for other people who need these kind of skills, for other entrepreneurs out there that are looking for people to take on part-time. So this is a great opportunity for anyone to create a side hustle for themselves, or even create a full-time income. This opportunity wasn't really available 15, 20 years ago. It's just now becoming mainstream, and you can pick up a lot of good gigs. This is another great way for you to build some income for yourself, and leverage that income and buy a course to develop yourself and other skills, and pursue a brand for yourself rather than creating a brand for someone else, because you're kind of working for someone else and not working for yourself. But this is a great business idea to start in 2020. And people are always looking for part-time and full-time individuals to help build their brand or business. And you can do it remotely from anywhere in the world, and you can hire anyone from anywhere in the world. So let's check out those 2 places real quick. Okay, the first one being Fiverr. Over on Fiverr, you can find anything from graphic design, logo design, brand styles, tattoo design, art and illustration, story comic, game design, digital marketing, social media marketing, public relations, content marketing, email marketing, crowdfunding, local SEO, domain search, writing and translation, article writing, social media copy, website content, video animation, music and audio, voiceovers. I mean, the list goes on. Virtual assistant, and then we also have where it's pretty much going to have a lot of the same things. Website development, design, writing, admin support. All of these things are possibilities for you to create an income for yourself and hire yourself and be hired as a freelancer. And the other one is freelancer.com, and they're all going to have a lot of the same, have different pay rates or different competition on each one of these platforms. But it's a great opportunity for you to create an income for yourself, a full-time income, part-time income, or even leverage that income to build a brand or business for yourself. And so that was it for the 7 business ideas with no money in 2020. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments below which one of these was your favorite. Which one of these are you already pursuing, or is this something you're thinking about pursuing, or which one of these would you actually like to pursue as a full-time income for yourself and build a brand? I would love to know which one of these is your favorite, and which one you think would be something you would be interested in pursuing.